Andy, get in the truck. All right, let's go. This is the worst part of the job. Emergency call to pretend to be Clay. On this adventure, I got the call, and Andy got the call. Andy, you get to be Rochelle, I'm Clay. Because Clay and Rochelle are in Africa, we got the call to go to a very special live event that is a reveal party for something that some people know what it is, but it's really not official yet, so we get to go be part of the official reveal down in Salt Lake City. So here we are in the 3rd gen, my favorite gen, and we're headed to the airport because we got a flight to catch. Glad to have you with, and hopefully we'll get to some really fun things in the next 24 hours.
Cheers.
Made it in time for lunch.
A big burrito. Ryan's head for scale.
We made it to Salt Lake, we got off the plane. This is really fun for me. I've been a Toyota fan for a very, very long time. My first car was a Toyota, and we got the opportunity to be invited to this event. It's even more fun to bring you guys along to see what we're gonna get to see in like the next 4 hours. Let's go find out what's next. I've never done this before, but supposedly we get picked up. Like, this is pretty bougie, really. Seriously, this is the first time anything like this for me, and I'm really having a lot of fun. Hello! I'm Ryan. This is Andy.
Are you on video?
I think we're here. We're here to go with you, I think, somewhere.
We're gonna take you somewhere.
Awesome. We're very excited. Thank you. Come on in. Hi, I'm Ryan.
Ryan, welcome to the museum.
Thank you. All right, everybody, we made it. We are at the Toyota Land Cruiser Museum in Salt Lake City. If you haven't been here, you need to come. Surprise, surprise, tonight's reveal is the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. And we get to see it in person for the first time here in the next 15 minutes or so. Welcome. Come with me. We're at the Heritage Land Cruiser Museum, and I'm standing right in front of what my FJ40 might look like one day if I ever win the lottery or something. Mine's nowhere near this clean. Nowhere near that clean, but it could be one day. Thank you for meeting us here, for bringing us here, for doing all the things you've done with the Heritage Museum. Would you mind just giving us a quick rundown on what this place is and why it exists?
Yeah, this is the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum here in Salt Lake City, Utah. The museum was the brainchild of Greg to have a place to just celebrate the Land Cruiser for users around the world. So there's about 100 Land Cruisers in the building.
Yep.
And 14 countries
Wow.
represented, 14 different markets. But yeah, a lot of really cool Land Cruisers here in the building.
And some of them are private. They're not all Greg's trucks, but some of them are owned by other people, right?
Yeah, there's some that are here on behalf
I've
of
seen walking
donors.
around oh, this is some other guy that donated it.
Yeah, there's some on loan from other vehicles. Greg has donated many of them to the museum, so the museum does run as the Land Cruiser Heritage Foundation.
Yeah.
And they are here to be preserved and to share with people around the world. And tonight we get to have a really special guest, a lot of special guests, but one really special guest, which is the new 2024 Land Cruiser, which is being unveiled here in the museum tonight.
Well, hello. How's everybody? Welcome to, well, this is Land Cruiser heaven. So, are you ready? Introducing the all-new 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser.
Ready for this? All right. We always start at the back end because that's what we really love, is the back end. I'm happy to tell you that the Land Cruiser has a back end. It does not have a drop tailgate. I'm sorry, it doesn't. It's got the window popper. It's interesting that the camera is on the inside of the glass. Right behind right here is the camera, which is nice because the wiper will wipe the camera. It's good. I'm gonna sit here first because this is where I'll probably be sitting the most. Oh yeah. Classic Land Cruiser rear seat room. This is comfy. Lots of room for a full-size person like me. Rigid partnership. Same with the Trail Hunter. These are rigid fog lights on the Land Cruiser as well. I think these are color matched or color changing. Yeah, there we go. Everything orange is hybrid. So this is like, I don't even know what it is. This is the controller for the battery and its integration with the rest of the drivetrain. Okay, also hybrid games, there's no start battery up here. The start battery, just like the Sequoia, is in the back. All right, this version is the 58 version, 1958 version. I'm not sure if I'm getting that right, but we'd call it kind of the lower grade, but it's lower in some features, things like non-color changing fog lights and cloth seats instead of leather seats, but it has some cool upgrades. Debatable, depending on who you are. It's got retro factors, round headlights, whereas the more modern version, the one with the leather seats and all the fun stuff, that has a rectangular headlights. Kind of a callback to the 60 series, where this is more of a callback to the 40 series. I got another 2024 Land Cruiser first. I think I was the first one to pop the hood here. I will also be the first one to pop the gas door. If I can find the button. Oh, found it. Yeah. I approve. Apparently, at least this version of it doesn't have a roof rack that comes in the display model, but it still has the mounting points for the roof rack. They're covered up with a piece of plastic. So if you can replace the roof rack anyway, start here. So everybody, this is Marcus. I just met Marcus. Thank you so much. You just told me a ton of information about making decisions about what vehicle goes where. So I think you're the guy to help give a glimpse, at least, into the decision process of Land Cruiser didn't come to the US, then did come to the US. How does that happen?
So Ron, it's an interesting one. That this is a portfolio approach. So we're trying to figure out what is the right combination of product that fits the customer need. So one of the interesting foundations that all this stems off is our new platform. So the F1 platform, which started with 300 series Land Cruiser, came with Tundra, Sequoia, and now we see roll out on other vehicles, really is the foundation for this. So you sort of start to question, what is the role of, so we had 200 series Land Cruiser, what is Land Cruiser going forward? And Land Cruiser is so iconic. We know that Land Cruiser very much represents basically a vehicle that has such a legacy. I mean, a vehicle that basically can go anywhere, basically enables so many adventures, so many things.
Yeah.
So it was really a case of saying, what's the right vehicle for the US? Sequoia is now on the platform, which says, okay, for the US market, Sequoia is a bigger truck, it's on the same platform. I mean, it really is the replacement for big Land Cruiser.
Right.
But what is Land Cruiser for the US? And so this is where we're really excited to say, well, hang on, so Land Cruiser Reimagined for the US, what does that look like?
Oh.
And so that's why so much of the focus here, and honestly, I mean, for so many people didn't know that it was coming back.
Yeah.
But I mean, seeing this truck here behind us is really everything that truly is the essence of Land Cruiser.
Cool.
How do we bring it back to the roots? How do we bring it back to what it has always been?
Excellent. I can see that, especially with the 1958 model. Like the lights, the mirrors, just even the lines, like you guys described in the slant of the window. The longer I stood around, the more like I noticed, like, oh yeah, look, there's a 70 series. Oh look,
Exactly,
there's
exactly.
the 40 series. I see it. So
Yeah.
credit to your designers.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's amazing.
And I think that's the thing. There is so much legacy in all of these trucks. I mean, here in the Land Cruiser Museum, you're just immersed in it. And so I think, how do you actually bring together the best of all of those trucks that really is the essence of Land Cruiser? And really, that's the cool thing about this truck, is actually saying like what is Land Cruiser, and how do we bring it back to the Land Cruiser enthusiast?
Awesome.
How do we make it accessible? I mean, like we talked today, I mean, so that mid-50s starting price point means that this is a truck that's now accessible to people. It's
That's a big
basically
deal.
it's a truck that goes anywhere. It basically is everything that is a Land Cruiser, but is now back to people can access that truck. So super exciting.
Yeah, that is great. So thank you for that detail. That helps a ton.
Absolutely.
And all the other crazy things you told me about making decisions is it's mind blowing, but also it gives me a great appreciation for the things you guys are deciding. So
Absolutely.
very cool.
Awesome.
Thanks for everybody here, Marcus. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Ron.
Have a good night.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming with. This was a great evening at the Heritage Museum here in Salt Lake City. You need to come visit. But we had a ton of fun meeting all sorts of fun people from Toyota, from different PR marketing firms, lots of fans. Every single one of them a Cruiser fan. So the best people ever to hang out with here with the 2024 Land Cruiser. It was a pleasure. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. See you on the trail.